Well, I don't want to crap on or anything, but it started when I was young. The end of sort of the start of high school. Discovered music. Well, this is great. So I joined the army. Yeah, and I spent 4 years in the army. Served hard. But sooner or later, KISS just doesn't do it for you anymore. You have to move on. I tried music. Yeah, I tried guitar. Is that what they call it? Yeah, them things with the strings anyway. I tried that, couldn't do it. Like, in here, Hendrix. Here, no good. So then I thought, surely, there's got to be a way to make money through music by doing fuck all. And I thought, roadie. Now, the first part of the job, yeah, humping all this shit around, you know what I mean? Rooting all the chicks that the band doesn't want to root. It's not a glamorous job. Some people think it is, but it's not. You got to do the hard yards. But eventually, comes tenfold. Well, as a roadie, I'm used to their little quirks and, you know, their little things that they might need. For any band I'm talking about, you know, and I've worked with some of the greats. I mean, you know, too many to mention because I don't want to be sued. But with the girls, I think the hardest part was because they'd heard that I rolled a pretty good joint. But when it came to tampons, I knew fuck all about that shit. But, you know, given the right amount of cotton wool and some gauze, you know what I mean? You do what you have to. The lowdown. Excuse me, pubic hair again. Yeah, thanks, Melissa. The lowdown at the end of the night, there really isn't one because at the end of the day, I'm the roadie and what I say goes, and if they've got any issues with it, then I'll just fuck off. And then they'll have no one to yell at, throw shit at, boss around, pick this up. What are you picking that up for? Put it down, you know, roll me another tampon. That one was too thin. So at the end of the day, in all honesty, for any young ones out there who are thinking of taking this on as a job, as a career move, you know, just do it because you know you want to. The highlights for me are basically, yeah, as some chick just flashed a twat at me right then on camera. I wish you could have caught that because, whoa, mate, there's a hole in that canoe. But the highlight... Hey, look, that just came out, all right? Sorry.
Is that because of the size of your snake?
Well, I don't know, you know. It's like, we'll blame that on Lockie. Yeah, thanks for getting me a fucking canoe, mate. No, back to the question, the highlights. It's hard to distinguish. You know what I mean? I remember... Well, big gigs in Sydney, huge gigs, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars we should have made. I remember sleeping in some fucking really 5-star cars and just the chicks, the quality of the chicks that wanted to blow me in the car park was just fucking abominable. But you struggle through that, you push through because it's all about the music, isn't it? You know what I mean? All as I hear in me mind was Molly Meldrum saying, do yourself a favour. Good on you, Molly. Poof. It starts by having to fluff up Roz, the bass player. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll be fine. Just do that a lot and, you know, swing your hips in time. You remember the songs we played it last week. Should be fine. Then I've got to go to the lead singer and the writer of all these songs and go, hey Beck, how's it going? You feeling alright? Remember, my name's Roadie. And just, you know, general sort of shit like that. Once the girls are on stage, it's like a momentum thing. It's like one of them balls you drop and do, and they just bounce off each other for about 45 minutes, generally, until the job's done. And then I've got to go up there and watch them carry some shit around, and you know what I mean? And then everyone crowds around them and that, and it's like, yeah, well, you know, I'll just go back, make sure certain things are rolled, and you know what I'm talking about. No, tampons. See, you missed that bit, didn't you? And yeah, basically just make sure the right hors d'oeuvres are served and everything. And yeah, one of my other jobs too is not to get too drunk, which is probably one of the most difficult jobs I find doing this job, because, you know, being a roadie, what sort of roadie doesn't have a can of fucking beer in his hand? But it could be worse, it could be rum or bourbon, but it's just beer, right? And I don't drink this for the alcohol content, I drink this for the prestige. Yay, baby. But yeah, other than that, it's, you know, the girls are pretty easy to work with, and as you've heard previous, I don't have to service back. I've only got to service the bass player, so you know what I mean? It's all good. That's a very good question. It's one I've asked myself countless times when I've woken up half naked in the back of a Land Cruiser with more mosquito bites than you can fucking count. And I think the answer to that would be yes. Yes, of course it is. Because I know it sounds like a Bob Geldof line here, but we just want to bring the music to the people. It's all about the people. It's got fuck all to do with me or the band. It's the people. And what I get after it is when I'm walking around talking to people at the gigs, and they're just saying, hey, who the fuck are you? Haven't seen you all night. I'm going on the roadie. And they're going, look, where'd you come from? And I said, well, you'd have to ask me Dad, because he wouldn't tell me. So yeah, in answer to your question, mate, it's always been about the rock and roll. You know, Hendrix, Bon Scott, Barefoot Bells, and roadies.